In this video, we'll talk about life cycle analysis and its role in sustainable procurement and operations. By understanding the life cycle of products and applying life cycle analysis concepts, we can identify their environmental impacts and make informed decisions when purchasing goods or services. This is a typical life cycle of a product. Every product we use goes through a life cycle, from the extraction of raw materials to manufacturing, distribution, use, and finally its end of life, whether it goes into landfill or the material gets recycled and reused. Understanding this life cycle is crucial for a comprehensive sustainability assessment. Different products will go through almost the same stages, but every product undergoes unique processes in each stage and create different impacts, and some stages may create more impacts than others. To illustrate this, let's imagine you're planning a road trip, and you want to make sure it's as smooth and efficient as possible. To do that, you need to identify areas where you might encounter traffic or delays, which are the stages of your trip that contribute the most to your overall traveling time. And similarly, in the context of life cycle analysis, we aim to identify the stages of a product's life cycle that contribute the most to its environmental impact. And just like avoiding traffic can make your road trip faster and more efficient, identifying and addressing the high-impact stages in a product life cycle can improve its environmental performance. For example, when we were designing the new innovation building, our goal is to reduce our environmental impacts as much as possible. Therefore, we decided to look at the products we would be purchasing from a life cycle analysis perspective and found that reinforcement steel bar would create the most impact during the construction process. So this product became the main target in our carbon reduction strategy. With this in mind, we sought out a more sustainable alternative, which is green rebar, and it is produced using much less energy and contain a high recycled metal content, lowering its impact in both the raw material extraction and steel manufacturing stages. By conducting a life cycle analysis, we gain valuable insights into the environmental impact of a product throughout its entire life cycle, guiding us to think upstream and downstream, looking beyond just the use phase, which is the most familiar to us. This also prompts us to prioritize environmental impacts over competing considerations such as budget constraint, enabling us to focus our efforts where they will have the greatest impact and drive positive change within our resource limitation, helping us select more sustainable products and make more informed decisions. Similarly, when offices and departments are purchasing new products, you should take the time to understand the full life cycle impact of the products and services you are procuring. Consider environmental and social criteria alongside cost and quality when evaluating suppliers. A good indicator to help you look for sustainable product would be green certifications and labels, such as energy labels, organic textile labels, and fair trade labels. These labels indicate that environmental and social implications have been considered during the design and production of the product. Additionally, the end-of-life phase and the lifespan of a product are also important points to consider. When we are done with a product, the product reaches its end of life. And while it is convenient to just dispose it and send it to landfill, we should also consider whether the product can be reused or recycled instead, which can reduce waste and demand for new materials. For example, when designing offices, we can consider purchasing more flexible furniture which are movable and can be used for multiple purposes, instead of purchasing one with a single purpose. This can also increase the chance of the furniture being reused by another office, extending its lifespan further. Similar concepts can be applied to other operations as well. For example, instead of ordering event-specific souvenirs and t-shirts, which can only be used once, departments and offices can have a set of products that can be used for all occasions, reducing unwanted waste. Same with food catering. Instead of preparing many disposable cutleries, containers, and cups from external caterers, which we will have to dispose of and increase burden on our landfill, order from campus caterers which can provide reusable plates and cups instead. Life cycle analysis is a powerful tool for assessing environmental impacts and making sustainable choices in procurement and operations. By understanding the impacts of our decisions and choosing the more sustainable options, we can not only reduce our overall impact, but also use our purchasing power to create demand for more sustainable product in the market, pushing supply chains to rethink their production life cycle to suit society's sustainability needs.